baby, we got a wild one for you this week. I do get into a fight with a caller.
That's right. It's just me and Meatball here, just the two of us.
Enjoying the holiday season.
Wink, wink. Just the two of us.
Disgusting.
Listening to your voicemails and hanging all the way out. You know what I mean?
So enjoy this week's voicemail episode, and always remember,
David, Gareth,
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 and David.
Always remember what?
I got a
So stupid. Okay, love you. Bye. Not you.
Love you. Oh.
Oh.
Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with us. Sloppy seconds. Oh, diva.
Our number is 213-536-9180. Our email is sloppysecondspot@gmail.com. Now on with the Bayang Show.
the Bayang.
Bayangs.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. How you stop you stupid little not so you
Are
girl.
you mad I jumped in?
Well, I'm sorry saying Big Dipper and Meatball, and this Meatball nuts. Big diaper.
Wearing a big diaper. I'm sorry, do you have these diapers in a big?
I stumbled across
Happy
someone's
holidays
Twitter recently that I found attractive on Instagram, and then their whole thing, no offense, I'm not going to kink shame, but their whole thing was like diaper play. And I was like, oh, because we had been flirting.
And
so
you're
I was
like, oh, that's not for me.
Yeah, I was like, well, that's just not for me. But then in my mind, I'm like, well, just because it's not for me doesn't mean that I have to, like, they could just go diaper play with someone else.
Yes, people are not always exclusively into their kink.
Yeah.
Some people are. I saw some people talking online about like, hey, question to all the cum dumps out there. After you've had like
Just the term makes
40,
me shiver.
40 or 50 guys in you, does a one-on-one play date still hit? And everyone was like, no. And I was like, oh,
Really?
damn. Like,
That's unfortunate.
unless you are getting pounded out by, half the city, it's not a vibe for you anymore? You're doing mathematics over there?
Well, I'm just thinking of like because I like all different types of stuff.
Me too.
So like one-on-one in my bedroom hits just as good as
While they sit on the toilet in the bathroom of the bar that you go to.
one of the many.
One of
And
the
it was
two.
only one time that they sat on. Well, no, because there was that one time in the porta potty. But I was seated and he was. I know it was bad, but I had done so much cocaine that I couldn't smell anything. The Wizard.
Are you feeling
Bangable.
happy holidays?
Happy holiday. I went back to the Grove recently and seeing all those decorations. It's just wild to like watch you. I love a drink that I can chew. It's wild seeing all those like Christmas decorations and like. Unfortunately, I went on a Sunday, and so like the Santa guy,
busy.
Santa was there, and like just all the kids and stuff. And I was like, oh, this like holidays just don't bring me joy the way they used to. It's actually like a lot of stress because it's like, oh, I have to buy gifts, I have to travel, I have to make sure that I get all my work done in time. All my work, I got to get all the stuff done in order to enjoy the holiday, or else I'll be stressing about it during the holiday. And I just want to like no more holidays.
I'm with
What
you.
if we just like lived life however we wanted to? We got work done when we felt like it. We answered emails never.
When the one thing that I love about a holiday is the day off. I love when like the city is calm. You better try and calm that out. I love when like the city is calm. There's not a lot of traffic on the road. I love when it feels like no one's doing and no one expects anything of you. That is the only part of the holiday that I find like enjoyable or note that I notice something is different about the day. But I'm grateful that at this point in my life, I do not put a lot of stake in holiday shopping, holiday expectations. You're just doing a fun little pantomime bit over there.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I'm like, I don't need the holidays. I just want the days off.
Yeah, and we could do that. We should just be able to be like, let's take days off. Let's vacation. Let's take the summers off.
I have a gripe that I want to talk about with my dental office.
We get cavities?
No,
I went into the dentist one time
go ahead.
after not going to see a dentist for 5 years. And I thought, this is it. This is going to be like root canal. This is going to be cavities. They went, well, everything's fine.
Amazing.
I was like, oh, I got horse teeth. It's going to take a lot to get these baddies down.
Is that a typical known fact about horses?
No, I just in my mind,
They have strong
when are you
teeth.
hearing about a horse go to the dentist? You know what I mean?
I don't know. When
Exactly.
you
So,
hear about a horse going to the chiropractor.
all the time. They
On
have
Tik-
terrible,
on TikTok. They have terrible backs.
they have terrible backs and terrible hooves.
Well, the hooves are always full of abscesses and
What
polyps.
is that about? Okay, sorry. Your gripe with your dentiste.
My gripe with my
Oh my God.
dentist is just that, like, I had a cleaning scheduled, and as you know, I shooby dooby go in there a lot.
You go,
I
what,
go
every 4 months?
I go 4 times a year.
Every 4 months.
Well, do the math on that better.
Every 3 months.
There you go. So
Check my emails.
and so I unfortunately I had to travel, and I was like, hey, I can't make the appointment that we made 3 months ago. Can I reschedule? They were like, yes, we can get you in another 3 months. And I was like, don't love that because I'm used to going quarterly. And so I said, okay, well, we'll just schedule it out for March. But if there's anything you have in the meantime, I would love to have that on the schedule.
They're not going to do that.
And so they've been calling me. And so they'll call me like in the morning at 8 in the morning. They'll be like, can you come in at 11:15? Because I'm on the standby list. And there are days in my life, there are days in my history of being a work from home person where if you called me at 8 in the morning and you said 11:15, 100%. Yeah, I'm just, getting things done. I can come in.
I bet you could have gone in this morning.
Well, they
Oh, no.
asked me to come in today at 3:00.
What about, I would have been like, I would have counted with like 3:30.
And they would say, sorry, we'll see you in March.
Just bump someone else up.
The schedule is crazy like this. And so this woman,
I hate the
Jennifer,
dentist. Jennifer, this one's for you, Jenny.
you have called me 5 or 6 times, and I pick up the phone every time. And I always explain the reason why I can't. And today, when I said I could not come, she said, you know what? Oh. She said my name. Bleep it. She said, you know what? I think I'm going to take you off this list. And I was like, it's a standby list for a reason.
But also, who the at 3, like, if you had a normal job, if I had like a scheduled job, if I was working in retail again and they're like, come in at 3:30, I'd be like, sorry, that's not something I can do today.
But if they called you randomly on your day off,
absolutely.
right? So you
Thank
just
God most of my days are days off.
her Jennifer's whole job is the standby list.
The other day,
She gets in the morning and
I
she
woke up and
goes,
said, I got nothing on the schedule. What do I do?
you ignored me all day and pretended like you were working
Where?
the other day.
Yesterday? I was working. I was making costumes for a rehearsal I had, for a dress rehearsal.
Uh-huh.
I had to have a 10-minute phone conversation with you. Could have been an email. I wouldn't have read it. Sorry.
I could just let you go. I
Tell
think you
Jennifer
could
what's
just-
up.
I don't know. That was just frustrating to me because, like, her entire job is to fill the standby list. Like, so why are you getting frustrating at me? I pick up the phone call and I communicate with you. That's the reality of the situation. I probably won't make it to the dentist till March anyhow now. Because she took me off the list.
You off the list. You're not on that list anymore. You will not be getting those calls.
And I said, if you need to take me off the list, I'd prefer not to be. I'd love to come in closer to the original appointment. I mean, at the end of the day, I'll still get in to see my dentist. But
Also, how busy are dentists?
this dental office is so busy. Their first appointment is at 6:45 in the morning.
Actually, I don't know why I said that, because my doctor is very busy, and he was like, you have to come in. Like, he was like, I'm going to get to the office early. You meet me there.
Yeah.
Because
When they can like make time
when
for
he,
you.
well, it
it's
wasn't
always
even
at,
like he was making time for me. He was like, honestly, this is a burden on me. So if you make me wait, I'm going to be mad. And I was
Yes.
like, great, I'll be there 30 minutes before you.
It's crazy. And then there are probably dental offices out there where the hygienists are sitting around twiddling their thumbs.
Well,
but they're not that good.
They're not that good. And, the student ones, those will your teeth up.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been to one of those?
No. I go to the good dentists and put me on the wait list.
I had an ex.
See, Jennifer, I'll be happy if you do call me back because I like the quality of work that y'all do. Okay, keep going.
I had an ex that went to those dental schools and they his teeth up more. And then he had to go get a root canal. And then they that up. And I was like, just go to a real dentist. The amount of time you've let these students clomp around in your mouth. He got a filling and he was like, when I close my teeth, they don't fit together. Did you just choke on a booby?
I just swallowed one without chewing it.
Do you think I could spit one into your mouth?
I don't want to play that game. Okay, speaking of that weird thing that you just said, please don't.
Oh no.
I
got it.
We don't have a guest today.
I pulled out this costume from my garage and it smells like gas.
Yeah, you keep it in the garage with the motorcycles.
That is probably what that smell is, yes.
Motorcycles, their engine is exposed. The gas tank is just kind of there.
I forget that sometimes, and I'll ride my motorcycle somewhere and then give someone a hug, and they'll be like, "Whoa!" And I'm like, "Oh, right,
rice."
So
today we don't have a guest. We figured it's the last show of the year. We might as well
bang one out.
Okay. So speaking of you're being weird, so I'm gonna play this for his voicemail, and
How am I being weird?
It's gonna gross you out, but you're being weird. So listen up. You have to hold the headphone to your head.
I was looking at the guest.
There's no guest today.
Ghosts, spirits.
Hey guys.
Turn it up.
I was just calling because I had a question. Do y'all secretly want to each other? Because I feel like you guys flirt with each other.
What?
There's always tension between each other, but no one wants to communicate what they're really feeling. Possibly, I don't know, but I've been listening to these past episodes. I don't know. You guys just are so sassy towards each other. But anyways, if you guys fuck, you guys fuck. It's okay. Goodbye.
I am disgusted. I don't know what this person's picking up on, but I'm worried about you in your day-to-day life. I'm worried about you at work thinking that everyone wants to each other. I'm worried about you. You're not picking up on the social clues. I could even hear Margot in the other room go what the
So why are you being weird?
I'm not being weird. I think you're clearly.
I'm not being weird.
I'm not being weird.
You were trying to spit that in my mouth.
As a game.
Mm-hmm. You kept saying bang one out.
Because I'm wearing a pair of bangs.
A pair of them?
Yes.
No! I want to wear that.
Reveal. Well, now my laces.
Caller.
Oh, yeah.
Caller, you have a severely up.
I love that it's curled up so you look like you have a yeah. Honestly,
I look like this is deep cut the inverse Peggy Noland. Anybody? Any art heads out there? Margot, reverse Peggy Noland.
I bought a pair of these bangs in every color.
These are so good.
But see, those don't really match this one very well. This one's because it's got highlights.
I'm eating in these.
I know, you're kind of giving.
So I creep.
Yeah, just keeping on the down low.
Well, anyways,
nobody
caller,
has to fucking know. Right? Isn't that the words?
Well, no. And people do need to know that this is not a...
That's never going to happen, boo.
And there's zero interest for it to
Absolutely.
happen.
He's huge. Look at him.
Can't handle the beef. All right, let's take a break. And we'll be right...
No, we need another call. I'm not ending on that. I don't need people to go to break and listen to commercials thinking about that.
Hello. So I have two stories and a
preface for one of the stories. So the preface is, in my town there was a drive-in theater, but it got turned into a porno theater. So you could drive in and watch porn and turn on your radio and listen to porn. And basically just people were all the time. And I would go, one time I went rolling high and smoking a pack of these cucumber cigarettes I get from Mexico. And I like sucked 8 dicks and fucked 8 guys. I don't remember. But one of the times I ended up like on the back of some guy's truck and it was like 3 guys fucking me. And one guy was French, I don't know, but he was coming, he was going, oui, oui.
No, they go, where?
And then the second story is this one guy I went over and he thought he was eating my ass. He started blowing air into my ass and told me to fart on his face. And I did it a couple of times and I was like, no, I can't do this. Thoughts?
I don't know why
Good.
I'm drooling.
Oh, no, I don't know. Please. Okay, never mind. No, I can't. No, this is,
No, I can't
Where?
believe it.
Where?
They don't go we, they go, where?
Those,
Wait, he's still... Oh, there you go.
those drive-in porno theaters, have you ever
No,
heard
I
of
didn't even know
these
you
or-
could do that because it would be outdoors. So they're playing porn outside.
But it often happens in like a small town where like there's no other residential around and the movie screen is like facing away from the road. So in a like technical way, no one else can see. I mean, it's kind of the same with like a drive-in movie theater. Like you can't pull up near the property and still get a glimpse of the movie. She's just fully like decided to just text instead of do the podcast.
But okay, I haven't been to that, but that sounds like something I would be interested in because
Completely.
the movie
You
would be
park your
playing,
car,
and then I
you
would just walk around and look. Where?
and in the back of a flatbed pickup
That's
truck.
hot to me.
And because you know how what you do is you like
I'd put an inflatable mattress back there.
dial your station, your car radio to the what's
But
playing on the
imagine some
screen.
old man going down the highway. The radio station switches over, and he just hears, "Oh, where." Where they go? Where?
I like
Oh,
oh bonjour.
Yeah.
They say oh hello.
No. Oh, bon pain.
Oh bon pain, chocolate croissant.
Yeah,
That's what they're after. That chocolate.
they want that.
croissant.
That's why he was blowing in there. He wanted to get a little.
Okay, talk about the fart blow.
Hasn't that happened to you before?
It's
been requested of me.
It has not been requested of me. I have unintentionally done it to someone where I was like rimming them so aggressively and then they were like a little bit because so much air got up there.
Oh, because air, not because they were letting loose. I watched an old porn blooper where some guy was like eating someone's and the guy, I think, like relaxed into it so much that he farted in the guy's mouth and he goes, "Oh, you farted in my mouth." He was like, "Sorry."
What are you watching porn bloopers?
It was, I believe it was at the end of like an old, like, I don't know, Sean Cody or
They
Corbin.
put the bloopers in.
They would put porn bloopers at the end of those. Call in if you know what I'm talking about. See, now you're giving cunt.
Cucumber cigarettes? Did you hear that right?
Porno theater. So you could drive in and watch porn and turn on your radio and listen to porn. And basically just people were all the time. And I would go, one time I went rolling high and smoking a pack of these cucumber cigarettes I get.
Cucumber cigarettes. I've never heard of that. Look it up. What is that?
Rolling high and cucumber cigarettes from Mexico?
Rolling high. So rolling means that you're on like Molly.
Cucumber cigarettes, Mexico.
I can't take you seriously.
What is the popular cigarette in Mexico?
Cucumber? Like, is it like cool mint?
These look like Pall Mall cucumber flavored cigarettes.
Cucumber. Cucumber. You know that one? Cucumber. Cucumber.
This keeps
You need to move them back.
slouching down. All right, we'll
take a break.
and
Oh,
I'll
that's
get
in
my-
your eye.
and we'll be right back after this.
Cucumber.
And we're
We're
back.
back. I think I have to poop.
Well, don't have someone blow air into your while they're you know what I mean?
I'll let him do that.
So I was watching Nonsense Christmas, Sabrina Carpenter's music special.
Mm.
Tell me why they cut to someone singing, I'm working late because I am Santa. And why did I think it was Meatball? Anyways, I just had our wicked discussion with my book club. Goodbye.
Do you think they discussed the book or the movie with the book club?
Well, it's a book club. So hopefully the book. I just... Last night I was talking to Willem, and Willem was like, the book is so good, but there's so much information you don't need in there. And I was like, the book isn't good. And then she was like trying to convince someone else at the table, like, yeah, you don't really need to, like, she was like, yeah, read the book and then see the movie, but like, it's not going to tell you anything. And I was like, the book isn't even anything like the movie. Like, there's nothing alike, Willem. Like, just don't read the book. You don't need to.
Was the book the last book you read?
No, I just remember the book. The last book I read
Was
picture book. No, it was I read a Chelsea Handler book again, because there's a story about her having with a little person that is very funny, because she didn't remember that he was little, and she woke up in the morning and there was a little person in bed next to her. She said the pitter patter of his feet woke her up. That's Chelsea Handler. That's not me. That was the last book I read. What was the last book you read?
I have 3 books that I haven't fully finished yet. I didn't finish the Britney book. I'm like 80% of the way
It was literally
through.
written by a kindergartner.
I know. I just like read a bunch of it and then I didn't finish it, but that's on my nightstand, the Britney book. And then Cecilia Gentile's like memoir.
Ah, yes. Cecilia Gentili. Love her work.
She's like the trans icon who died recently in New York, and they had that huge funeral for her.
Everyone went. Yeah.
So she has a book. It's like her memoir called Faltas, and it's letters to everyone in my hometown who isn't my rapist.
Oh.
It's a really amazing concept for a book.
Yeah.
But I'm only halfway through that. I get distracted really easily. I keep starting books.
And projects.
Here we
Hey,
go.
folks. This is the first time I've ever called into anything like this, so I'm a little nervous. But
Okay.
I do have
Nervous?
something sloppy to say, as you said. Like, kind of fuck talk, but kind of not. I also wanted to ask why that you haven't covered anything from Dragula this season, especially since Meatball said that they, like, already met Grey Matter and, like, loved a twink, you know.
Because I didn't
So,
watch.
it's like, why not cover
the
the
show.
finale or anything? Because I was like, Asia was great, and it was lovely, and I thought it was a really good season compared to last season. But that was just my thoughts. But the sloppy thing that I have to say is, like, there was another caller that called in the other day that was saying that if you don't want someone to keep, like, messaging you if they don't want your attention, then why do they keep doing it? I think I figured out that actually, in my instance, it was because a creator was actually having a social media manager keep reaching out to people to boost engagement. So that they were doing that in order to, like, kind of boost the revenue on
Stop,
the
stop,
creator
stop,
site.
stop.
I think that y'all know kind of
Pause.
what I'm talking about, even though it's in code or whatever.
What?
He's almost done.
Okay.
Can you just let him finish?
But love you guys so much, and goodbye.
What were we talking about? If someone keeps reaching out to us and we're like, we have no interest in this.
It was the idea of like, why do people keep messaging you, or why would you message back if you have no interest? And you were saying like, just block them. And I was like, well, I think blocking is awful because I'm old. Young people don't care about
I don't
blocking.
care.
I think blocking
Young.
young. I always think like, oh, blocking feels so rude. You just would rather
if I'm
say
not
like
interested, I don't care.
talking to a microphone when you do a podcast.
But I'm not interested.
Right. So, but you could just say, like, no thanks. Like, you don't have to block them. You don't have to go around burning bridges. What if the next
But
time...
why is this person saying that whoever it is would have a social media manager for their fucking grinder?
This person is thinking, I think we were talking about like Instagram or TikTok, and basically the more you engage with the app or use it or chat with people, the better it is for engagement. So they took it a little further.
Oh, no, we were talking about the app.
But I want to know about Dragula. Why were you like, absolutely not, we're not covering
I
it?
never said that.
You did.
Oh, prove it. When and
we
where?
had look in your email. You responded to the email and you said, that show. That's what you said.
No, I didn't.
No, a couple of people...
Well, first of all, I did not say that. Let's get that clear. You're putting
now
words
you're
in my mouth.
kowtowing?
I'm not kowtowing. I just don't want people to think that I actually care that much.
Oh, so now you're cow tipping.
Well, let me get over on that side of the table and push you over.
Now I'll tip your cow. No, a bunch of people messaged recently that the Boulets actually name checked you.
Yes.
On an episode, and they said you would be great to be a part of something that they would do.
I saw those. I haven't heard it. If someone could clip it and send it, I'm not going to listen to that whole podcast.
Was it on the podcast or the show?
They said it was on the podcast.
Okay, got
based
it.
on the messages I got.
And it would be like you would come back into the cauldron and be like, "Hey, everyone, here's how you win a challenge."
Yeah, I would do that. I won plenty of challenges. I wouldn't.
I wonder how much they would pay. Nothing.
Probably nothing. It would probably be like, "We're doing you a favor."
It'd probably be like, "Our reach is bigger than yours." They are on TV.
They are on television. Well, an app.
Well, what is TV if it's not an app these days?
Not to me.
Max. Oh, to you, it's ABC or nothing.
No, it's not network.
What network TV are you on?
None. But I will say I was on Disney, Hulu, Netflix, and something else. I can't remember. Hulu.
Yeah, Disney, Hulu, Netflix, and Hulu.
Yeah, those four. So the rest of those, I don't know. I mean, I just didn't have really like after last season. I was just like, we weren't having fun.
We weren't having.
It felt like a chore to watch it.
And
so this season, I literally was like, people were like, we don't want it. So this year, and even last year when we did it, we were like making it a 15-minute segment of an episode.
Yeah, because I also was like, girl, I don't need all this spooky. And their whole ethos is spooky. So it should be reviewed by spooky people who like
we're not the spooky girls. And I did hear...
Clock the mug, spook the mug.
I did hear that the season was better, but again, I didn't want to watch it. And I think that's okay, because it's just not for me. I'm also like, I'm not watching Drag Race. I didn't watch Drag Race last season. I started like 4 episodes and I was like, I actually can't do this anymore. So it's just like maybe drag television in that sense is not for me at this point.
Unless
to watch.
You're on it.
But I wouldn't do a drag competition.
No, but you'll be in drag on TV.
Yeah. Keep your eyes out
enough.
In April.
Soon enough. Open those. Let me blow in some air so you can fart it on out.
Meatball, shut the up.
Ooh.
Whoa. I heard it.
Oh, I don't.
Play it.
It's.
Play it.
Okay.
I can take it.
Meatball, shut the up. You were such a hypocrite. You didn't come up with the pageant format. You stole that and just slapped on a twink label. It's not that creative. It's not that big of a deal. Also, other people don't have rich white parents to fall back on like you do. So yeah, some people do need to work for money.
Okay. Let me just start by saying, go ahead, kill yourself. 2, I haven't taken money from my parents in over 8 years, 10 years almost. Like when I moved to LA, they stopped giving. Like I'm not taking money from my parents anymore. So the money that I fall back on is money that I earned myself from my own creative endeavors. Did I ever say that I invented pageants? No. I said the IP that I came up with was a twink-themed pageant, which involves question and answer. It was a pageant. I'm not saying I invented pageantry. I'm saying the idea of making twinks do that stuff was my idea. And that's the idea that was stolen. I don't care. I didn't invent twinks and I didn't invent pageants. I put them together and I created that event on my own. And the problem is the other person went ahead and did the same thing as me. So it's not like I'm saying, oh, I invented pageants, Miss Continental owes me, blah, 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 blah. I'm saying the idea of combining the two and making them jump through hoops for the audience enjoyment as a joke is my intellectual property, even though I did not copyright it or anything. It just feels base to take.
And to your accusation that she's a hypocrite, correct.
Correct. And so why don't you shut your country mouth up, you dumb before you come for me? How about you educate yourself on what I was saying, you stupid kill yourself. Okay. Next call.
Great. Let's take a break. We'll be
Oh, that was
back
quick.
right after.